Live across the Great Lakes State, you're connected to Michigan's most engaging and influential radio and television program, Michigan's Big Show, starring Michael Patrick Shiels, presented by Blue Cross, Blue Shield of Michigan, and Blue Care Network.
I'm producer and creative director Tony Cuthbert.
I am world correspondent Nikki Hale.
This is meteorologist John McMurray.
And I'm media director Morgan Hall.
Now in the shadow of the Capitol Dome in Lansing, he's heard from the beaches of Lake Michigan to the halls of power and behind closed doors. Here's Michigan's Michael Patrick Shiels.
Good morning. How you doing, Michael? I give you credit. You get information. I don't know where you get it, but you're on top of things.
Michael Patrick Shiels, thank you.
You caught us right at breakfast time, but that's great. We're listening to Michael Patrick eating breakfast. No better way to go about it.
Hey, I just want to say thank you so much. It's always an honor and privilege to be on your show. I have finally arrived and made it, man. It's official.
Michael Patrick Shiels is on the air.
Good morning, world.
Good morning, Michigan. A very pleasant Hump Day Wednesday to you, Michael Patrick Shiels. Radio stations all across the state of Michigan, and glad to have you with us. The Michigan State Spartans are going to Oregon to play a very tough team this weekend. They're 13-point underdogs. The University of Michigan going to Notre Dame for the last game in that series for a long time. Now, I don't know what the spread, Tony Cuthbert and the orchestra, is on the Notre Dame game.
I think it was Notre Dame by 5, my last check on that one.
These are night games, what, 6 o'clock and 7:30 or 8 o'clock, something like that?
Yeah, Michigan State is at 6 on Fox, and Michigan, of course, on NBC.
Let's hope that the Michigan State game is still intriguing by the time the Michigan game comes on, if you know what I mean. 8 minutes after the hour, Gail Sheehy will join us on the air tomorrow morning, the world-famous author and usually rather sensational when it comes to politics and public policy and culture and so forth. It's 8 after the hour right now. On the other end of our AT&T line, United States Congressman Dan Kildee, the Democrat from the Flint area. Welcome back to the program, sir.
Good morning. It's good to be back on, although I wish, as the last time, I wish I was sitting there in your wonderful studio rather than on the phone.
Well, that was awfully fun, and I'll tell you the place I'm glad I wasn't sitting is on top of one of those damn windmills that I see on the side of the road. Did I get this right, that you somehow climbed to the top of one of those?
I sure did. Myself and a couple of my staff, as a part of our routine business tours, we wanted to see how the wind generation industry is going, and we wanted to see it firsthand. So I don't know how they got me to do it, but I climbed a ladder up 240 feet or something like that, and poked my head out the top of one of those wind generators. It was a nice view, I got to tell you that.
Lately I've been seeing them up close and personal driving down the highway when they're moving them here and there. And it's like the strangest looking thing. You look at that big, huge piece of equipment. But when it's standing up there, I think they're very eerie, and they look kind of spooky. So what's it like to climb up inside?
Well, in my later years, I've developed a little more trepidation about heights. So I had to overcome that. But it's really fascinating. I mean, it's great old technology blended with the absolute latest state-of-the-art technology. And they're becoming increasingly efficient. It's really a great alternative energy source, and so it was cool. I was fascinated by how these things come together and how the technology continues to evolve to make them much more efficient.
Is it like climbing really up cool. like an elevator shaft, sort of?
It has that feeling, although it's an elevator shaft that gets narrower and narrower the closer you get to the top.
Yeah. So you get not only the heights, you get the claustrophobia thrown in there too.
Yeah, exactly.
And then how much room is there at the top to stick your head out?
It's pretty tight. There was, a couple of the folks there from the organization that owns and operates the wind turbines, and then a couple of my staff. It was very close quarters. But there's a little hatch on the top. You just pop your head out, and there you are. 250 feet above the ground with a great view of Michigan's landscape. It was really kind of cool. It felt better with my head sticking out of the windmill than it did climbing up that ladder and back down again.
Yeah, were you on some kind of wire in case you slipped?
Definitely on a cable. Yeah, there was a safety harness and all the equipment that would prevent any sort of injury.
They're somewhat controversial, aren't they, in that people, maybe they like the idea of wind power, but they don't want it in their neighborhood.
Yeah, and so what they've discovered is that the partnership between wind energy and agriculture seems to be a good fit. There are still some issues, obviously, when it comes to habitat-related questions, and I know that they continue to work through those issues, but the relationship between the farmers in our area and wind energy seems to be a good one. I was really impressed with the extent to which the wind turbines do not really take up much space in terms of tillable farmland, and so that relationship I think seems to be a good one. But obviously there are still some issues that need to be worked out.